Wait, do not pay a single cent to file your taxes until you watch this. Welcome to this explainer where we're going to completely demystify the New Mexico state tax filing process. If you're stressing over complex deductions or getting ready to hand over your hard-earned cash for premium tax software, well, you're missing out. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to simplify the whole thing, file securely online, and do it 100% for free. Let's get into it. I mean, we've all been there, right? You spend hours typing in all your info only to get hit with some surprise $40 or $80 fee just to hit submit on your state return. It's incredibly frustrating. But no more. I'm going to show you how to bypass that costly software entirely and keep those dollars right where they belong, in your own pocket. So, here is the absolute game changer. The state of New Mexico actually offers highly secure, incredibly fast, and completely free ways to file your state taxes online. And it's not just about saving money. Filing online actually gives you a way faster turnaround time than mailing in a clunky paper return. Plus, the state's official systems use strict encryption and firewalls to protect your data. Honestly, it's just the smartest, most efficient way to get your taxes done. All right, Section 1, getting your documents ready. First things first, before we even touch a keyboard, you've got to have your identification numbers ready to go. You'll need a social security number or an individual taxpayer identification number, an ITIN, for every single person listed on your return. So that's you, your spouse if you're filing jointly, and any dependents. Oh, and make sure you have a valid government-issued photo ID handy, like a driver's license or passport, just to verify your identity. Next up, you want to gather all your income forms. This means rounding up the W-2s from all your employers and 1099s if you're an independent contractor or had some side gig income. I also highly recommend digging out last year's federal and state tax returns to use as a reference. It makes things so much easier. And finally, grab your bank routing and account numbers. Why? Because opting for direct deposit is literally the fastest way to get your refund into your hands. Moving on to Section 2, eligibility and finding your free software matchup. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. If your federal adjusted gross income is under $51,000, or if you're active military making under $89,000, you are in luck. Authorized partners like Free Tax USA and Online Taxes will actually let you file both your federal and New Mexico state returns for absolutely nothing, $0. It's a fantastic option if you want a guided step-by-step experience without paying that premium software price tag. But hey, what if you make over those specific income limits? Don't stress, the state still has you covered. The New Mexico Taxpayer Access Point, affectionately known as TAP, is a free, fast, and highly secure filing portal that's available to absolutely everyone, no matter how much you make. It's essentially a direct VIP line right to the state revenue department. Okay, let's jump into Section 3, the actual online filing process. When you use the state portal, you'll be interacting directly with the official New Mexico Taxation and Revenue Department system. And I really want to reassure you here, this system is incredibly robust. By law, all the information you supply electronically is heavily protected using advanced encryption and top-tier firewalls. They take your confidentiality very, very seriously. The filing itself is basically just a simple three-step process. First, you navigate to tap.state.nm.us. Second, if you're a first-timer, you'll create a secure login and password. And third, you just start filling out Form PIT-1, which is your personal income tax return. And here's a massive time saver. If you use the IRS Direct File program for your federal taxes, you can actually import that data directly into TAP. It literally saves you from typing the whole thing out twice. All right, Section 4, avoiding common tax mistakes. Listen up, because this is a huge one. If you're trying to claim New Mexico's low-income comprehensive tax rebate, you absolutely must calculate your modified gross income correctly. The wrong way? Only counting your taxable income. The right way is making sure you include all household income, even the non-taxable stuff, like certain Social Security benefits. If you miss that, the system is going to automatically flag your return for review, and nobody wants that. There are a few other costly pitfalls to dodge, too. For instance, never ever combine your IRS and New Mexico state payments into a single check or transaction. They absolutely must be paid separately to their respective agencies. Also, double-check that you aren't missing the state filing deadline. Make sure you aren't using outdated withholding rates from previous years, and if you run a small business, be super careful not to misclassify any independent contractors as employees. Which brings us to Section 5, the best part. After filing, your refund. Once you hit submit electronically, you can generally expect your return to be processed within 8 to 12 weeks. Now, I know that might sound like a bit of a wait, but trust me, it is significantly faster and way safer than mailing a paper return. Paper returns can take much longer to process. So, how do you keep tabs on your money? It's incredibly easy, actually. You don't even need to log in to track your refund. Just head over to the TAP homepage, look under the personal income section, and hit Where's My Refund? Just type in your ID number, like your SSN, and the exact dollar amount you're expecting back. And boom, you'll see your status. One quick thing to keep in mind, though. The state has substantially ramped up its security reviews lately to fight off identity theft and refund fraud. It's a great thing for your security, but yeah, it might add a little extra time to the process. But don't worry, your New Mexico Taxpayer Bill of Rights ensures you'll be treated fairly and transparently throughout any processing delays or reviews. Finally, Section 6, Resources and Final Thoughts. Here is your ultimate tax prep toolkit. First, the TAP portal at tap.state.nm.us is going to be your main hub. If you hit a technical snag or have a really specific question, the state actually provides a dedicated call center at 866-285-2996. You can also explore those IRS free file partner links if you fit the income requirements we talked about. And lastly, look into Vita Clinics, volunteer income tax assistance. They offer free in-person help if your income qualifies. Now, before you start organizing those W-2s, just a quick reminder that this explainer is intended for informational purposes only and doesn't constitute professional tax advice. Consulting a qualified tax pro is always the absolute best way to handle your own unique financial situation. But armed with this knowledge, you are totally ready to bypass those annoying fees, file with confidence, and keep your money exactly where it belongs. So, what new savings are you going to discover this tax season?